No.
Oh, it's back.
Okay.
Okay.
It's on Wi-Fi. So we're not going to touch anything. We're not going to move. We're just going to speak. And then hopefully it's good.
Okay.
You know what? It's because it's like connecting to my phone. You know that thing that happens every time?
Every week?
Yeah.
Every single week?
Yeah, every week.
Okay, so I see we're goody good. So I guess we can kick off. Well, Titan Army, it's been quite a week for us. So we had that new build that went live at the end of last week. And since then, we've gotten a ton of feedback. We're working on a ton of changes, ranging from our tournaments, and then also added into the mix, we have a lot of travel coming up. We have a trip to India, we have a trip to the Netherlands, so that is also thrown into the mix. But nonetheless, we have a loaded Titan Talk to share with all of you, where we will dive into all of this. So let's jump straight into the action. First, we'll dive into the Holders Frenzy Volume 5 results. This was our latest tournament that brought the heat across 2 brackets and crowned a new champion in the arena. We'll go over who rose to the top, what Titans they brought, and how it all played out. This one was a funny one for us in the arena with the new effects in play, new animations, but nonetheless, we got through. Keeping it on theme after this, we'll touch on some key player feedback. Mainly some comments from you all. I just see a cute little pic of Jax that just popped up in chat, so make sure to check that out. But rest assured we hear all of your feedback, and we'll dive into that during this Titan Talk, talking about the new build and how all of your feedback is guiding us across our next steps in both gameplay as well as our tournaments. From here, we'll shift gears to talk about our motion comic. So as you guys saw last week, we released episodes 7 and 8, which were the finale and have wrapped up this series. We'll walk through the newest community challenges tied to these episodes, how you can still earn some big titanium rewards, and we'll celebrate just how far this series has come over the last 2 weeks or so. And finally, we'll end with a Creator Clash update, including the return of our friend Ross. Ross going to India, or is he going to India? I don't know, Titan Army. You'll have to stick by and find out. Maybe there will be a global watch party. Ads will dive into it, as always, and give a little bit of alpha. Sadly, RT is not with us. He may hop in about 20 minutes or so. But nonetheless, show some love to RT in the chat in case he isn't able to make it. But let's get into it, Titan Army.
Yeah, Jackson actually tried to get hold of my Torek once. He basically jumped, essentially jumped almost onto the desk in the office to get the Torek plushie, and since then he's been banned,
banished.
Yeah, he can't be around the plushies because he just destroys them. So, little story for you there.
Well, we'll keep the Jax content coming, but we'll dive into the Holders Frenzy results. So last weekend we wrapped up Holders Frenzy Volume 5, and like I said, this one was particularly hilarious. We had some new scrolls, new animations, updated elemental as well as neutral effects, and we had some diverse gameplay across the brackets thanks to all of these improvements. This one kept us on the edge of our seats from the start to finish, and mana overflow, whew, if you know, you know. You saw that big damage calculation during the tournament itself.
That made my day.
Was it 380?
380.
380. Yeah. I think that's the biggest damage we've probably ever seen in the game.
I think so. Yeah,
by far, yeah. Especially in a tournament environment. But for today, let's take a look at the top finishers and which Titans helped carry them to victory. So we'll start with our champion, Aloe. Congratulations. Aloe played with the Sky Titan QXTEF07UZDKI. Basically just a bunch of random numbers and letters. Either Jax or one of their cats ran across the keyboard while naming that one. But Aloe soared through the bracket with a refined Sky Titan build that fully utilized that new effect, Aerial Assault, and its mechanics. Congrats, Aloe.
Yeah, congratulations, Aloe. I did beat you the other day. We played PvP, but whatever, no big deal. That's fine.
Ads wanted to add that one in. In our runner-up position, we saw Senki playing with the Poison Titan Eludra. Senki delivered a clinic in damage over time pressure and tempo control with Eludra. Really great to see, Hive playing out and being utilized to the max. And they continue to prove why Poison is a top-tier threat in all of our competitive events. And from here, we'll move on to those who did not make the overall finals, aka our bracket runner-ups. For our bracket one, we had Shiznix. I don't know why I said it like that, playing with a Spike Titan Piquant. So Spike was on full display here. A lot of mind games. We saw a ton of their opponents losing majority of their scrolls, as well as a lot of defense manipulation. So Piquant constantly disrupted their opponent's flow mid-match. And for our bracket 2 runner-up, we saw BVT, or otherwise known in Discord, B Valhalla, playing with this Sea Titan named Mad Sea. So Mad Sea, also used some of these new elemental effects. We saw Sink, Drowning, and also some high damage openers, and they really kind of kept their opponents off balance throughout all of the battles. So C's mana manipulation proved to be a huge difference maker here, but sadly, they were just not able to make it to that overall championship round. GG's, as always, to everyone who competed in this past weekend's Holders Frenzy. Thank you to the mods, thanks to our team, and thank you to everyone who came out and hung out with us on the Twitch as well as the YouTube. Now, normally at this time on the AMA, glad you're here with us, Skog. Happy to have you. But normally at this time during our AMA, we would start going into how, we're going into a break before our next Titan tournament, how we feel comfortable that everything is going to be working as expected, and how excited we are. But as you all know, we have some news that we announced yesterday that we will actually be canceling the Titan tournament on June 7th. This is due in part to, just the fact that our tournament experience has not been the best as of late. Coupled with this, we have a ton of feedback and a ton of changes we want to implement into the game itself. So with that being said, we have actually decided to cancel the next Titan tournament. So Daniel, we have a lot of tournaments coming up. So we're also going to unveil the esports roadmap that we were speaking about. So that's actually why we've decided to cancel it. But don't worry, all of these tournaments will be made up in the actual esports roadmap that we will release.
Yeah, and just in terms of postpone, like it's just the dates basically. Like it doesn't really make sense because we've got another one that's already coming up again pretty soon after.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why. But like again, to Blake's point, like a lot of tournaments, yeah, exactly. We're supplementing with a lot of other tournaments.
Yep.
If we think about like overall kind of, I guess like esports prize earnings, that will be made up, right?
Yeah.
But just for the number of Titan tournaments for now.
Yeah, we never leave you hanging, Titan Army. Don't worry, we got you. So, some of our main focuses here is just working on the general tournament environment and making sure that we can continue to keep our gameplay competitive. When we saw in chat yesterday what BVT was saying about how he's out, that pained us a lot as a team. We really don't want anybody to have a negative experience with the game, let alone one of our most committed community members. So with that being said, we just feel like we cannot run a Titan tournament with this current infrastructure and with all of the issues we've been seeing with our players and particularly the player count as well. So we want to take this time, really work on some marketing and making sure that we can get those competitive player numbers up without the involvement of those alt accounts as well. But nonetheless, do not fear. Our affiliate hosts, as always, have come to save the day. So instead of us having a Titan tournament on that June 7th day, we will be having a community-led tournament spearheaded by the usual crew of Daniel, RCS, as well as Shiz. So this will mean that the following weekend, we will just have one affiliate tournament. So you know how on the weekend of the 14th and the 15th, we were actually supposed to have 2 affiliate tournaments? Well, with the postponement of Titan tournament, we have actually decided to move one of those tournaments up. Now we have a double Saturday Smacky. On the 7th, we have the first affiliate tournament, and on the 14th, we have the second affiliate tournament. So just spacing those out a little bit more and making sure that you guys basically get, some tournaments to play in both of those weekends. We'll be releasing more details to you shortly. We'll have registrations next week. We'll let you guys know the theme, the logistics, all of that good stuff. But until then, enjoy the break from the tournaments this weekend. Use this time to really dive into, the game itself, all the new changes, the new effects, the new animations. We're still continuously collecting all of your feedback. Keep giving it to us, craft your lineup, and we'll see you guys back in the competitive arena very, very soon.
um, cool. Thanks, Blake, for the info. So quite a few questions just came through. So one Titan, two deck chaos, love it. Right. So Scott, your first question: what are the current priorities having these issues? Can we have a breakdown of which issues will be resolved so we can get back to the tournament action? Yeah, so there's a couple of things, right? And I'm actually going to talk about it when I start in a minute talking about community feedback. But at a high level, right, the biggest issue that we're seeing is of course related to the actual game itself, and being able to play a tournament that has let's say more than 200 people in it, right? When we start off the tournament, we get into the situation where people can't accept challenges, games aren't notching, people are stuck at 90%, a host of things might start happening. So that has been like the number one priority, right? Is to fix from the actual back end game code side to make sure that people can play. And not just like a couple of people can play because we know that that's okay, but that we can play with the amount of people that we need going into the tournament, right? Number one priority. Following that, right, there's other things that have also come up because we have released this new build. So we have everything that's been happening with the decks, right? We have the bugs that we have in game, exactly as you're saying, Daniel. And then we also now have things around balance, right? That we're not happy with and we don't really want to go into a tournament with, right? So this is kind of the list in the order of priorities. So we're starting off technically, right? First technicality that we need to fix is making sure we can host with the right amount of people that we need to coming into the Titan tournaments. Second, from there, you have to go into, okay, how do you start to work on the bugs that you actually have in game, which make it impossible for people to actually be playing, right? For some people. And then you have the like updates, the UI that you want to change, and then you have the balance that you want to do. I'm going to talk about it in more detail, but that's kind of at a high level. I hope that answered your question there, Scott. Do we have any other questions that came through? No. No, I think we're just generally chatting. Oh, okay. So Haya asked about the tournament platform. Yeah. So everything is. Yeah. I'll go through some more stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So everything is being done in conjunction with the tournament platform. So let me tell you a little bit about how the tournament platform is going to roll out. So we have got it split into different segments at the moment, right? So we have the ability for the tournament platform to operate with individuals, right? So that means if we're hosting, let's say, an affiliate tournament, is an example of rolling with individuals. You have the piece which is making it possible for people to play as a team, right? This is also a quite a large section of the tournament platform. So everything that we do manually now, like so joining a team, being paid out as part of a team, collecting points as a team, etc., part of the tournament platform. And then you have the third piece, which is the actual payment part itself, right? Like how do you get paid out in crypto or in fiat currency, right? So the individual piece is what we're going to be releasing first. So this is the part that we're testing the most heavily. And then we will release the teams second. With the release of individuals will also come the payment piece, and then of course it will be with the teams. The team part of it is very difficult because there's so much logic that is reliant to make the tournament platform work, and not break in any parts. So that is what is taking us the longest in terms of testing. So instead, we're going to be releasing the individual first. We're still in the testing mode of it right now with the individuals. I cannot give you an update today, but everything is being done in conjunction with the work on tournaments. It's being done in conjunction, like to a point, right? We are internally, like as a dev team, we are not building the tournament platform, right? It's being done by a third party. So everything is running in parallel, but we are not responsible for it. I mean, if we were building the tournament platform ourselves as individuals, we'll see you next year. Like we'd still be on like version 1 of the game, if that were the case. But luckily it's with a third party. Okay. Hello, ads. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Informed about departure timings at least 2-3 days in advance. Yeah. So if you filled in the form, basically, if did we set a date for people to fill in? Basically, we'll collect all the information over the weekend, right? In terms of departure timings. For example, I've already had a look at what we're thinking about for Delhi. Everyone's coming from different cities. Our intent is that we'll kind of fly people in the morning and fly out like at night, right? That's basically the intent. We've got the event that's going to be running from 12 p.m. to about 8 p.m. But we are looking at basically early flights, late flights. And of course, you will know, I'm hoping to be able to say already over the weekend and maybe give people a couple of options as well. Thank you, yes. Tournament platform super contingent. You sure moving it to a third party will get it? No, we never moved it. Oh, sorry. It's always been built by a third party, Daniel. There is no way that we could have internally built this tournament platform. Oh. Oh. So are you saying should we have kept it in-house? Well, no, that's also what makes it very difficult, right? And that's why like testing takes so long, because explaining explaining the game is like one thing. Explaining the infrastructure of the game is like a whole nother thing, right? Exactly, which is why, yeah, that's how we feel here. No, it's incredibly complicated, right? Which is the point of why the testing takes so long. But it's impossible. It would have been impossible for us to do it any other way. To have built it ourselves. Like again, honest, like you guys, you wouldn't see us. Like we would be under the water, and we would have no new versions of the game. We'd still be on the balance, like 15 versions ago. It's an incredible amount of work. Like that's a whole new team that is just dedicated to this outside of us. Who is the point of contact? I mean, all of us, yeah, we talk to them like every day. So the partners that we're working with, right? We've worked with them actually for a couple of years on a few different things. But we speak to them every day, right? Like we operate the way Reign of Titans works, and I don't want to get into too much detail, right? Is that we have our core team. We have we've got product, we've got marketing, we have creative, etc. And then we also have like tangential teams, right, to our team. So we have like our core development, etc. And that is made up of what, like 20, 25 people, right? That we kind of say, yes, this is the core kind of functionality. And that involves any kind of development on the game, right? Unity devs, front end, back end, etc. As I said, design, marketing, strategy, business, operations. And then outside of that, we need to work with third parties because we cannot do everything, and we don't have the skill set to do everything, right? So tangential to us, we also have like other agencies that we work with, right? They could be regional, for example, or go into Brazil, right, later this year. We're going to be working with a full agency to do that, right? We're not going to be handling everything ourselves. When we talk about like some big builds, they have to be done by third parties because like we don't have the bandwidth. Like within our core team, everybody is completely backed up with backlogs. We work with vendors when we speak about like animations, for example. Animations are something that is like done by a third party, right? So, and all these like third parties that we speak to every day. Hey, I already said I can't give you a date today. I'll give you all their phone number so you can just ask them directly. Send them all these pictures. Say when. That's what we're waiting on to.
Yeah, every day just send them 20 when.
Yeah.
Emojis, please.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Daniel, that's my point.
Question from Shenlong.
If we attend the arena, can we participate in the affiliate tournament from the arena? So you can, right? Yeah, like for you not being else. Yeah, no, exactly. You can. You can't, like, depending on, like, I don't know if you're asking if you can like use the like technology that's there, right? I don't know if you're saying like, can you play on the phones that are at the arena? I mean, if there's spare things, yes, you can, but like just on your own phone. Oh, arena PCs. So if they're not being used, right, or if they're not, if they're not kind of in shot, let's say, because obviously we've got like the event that's filmed and there's content that's being like displayed there, and like we obviously don't want to have like you guys being weird in the background. But if it doesn't interrupt that, then yeah. Yes, Scott, I'm about to talk about that.
I would try to play on mobile.
Yeah, basically.
The PCs will not be able to be reserved.
So no, you cannot reserve a PC. It's not a gaming cafe. But I mean, plan your friends. Like, get ready for that. Okay, I'm gonna keep going because you guys are asking some questions that I'm gonna go into. All right. All right, let's talk a little bit about just what's been happening this week, and some of the feedback that we've been getting, right? So I think Skog, you just asked about when are we gonna have a new build. So yeah, we've got some updates that we want to share and timings of those updates. Yeah, we've got to have a new build because we've got so much feedback. No, like, of course, right? We just released this new build last week, and we knew that we were going to need to have a new build, within a month, right? There's so many like things that we knew we were going to need to fix, right? Huge update that we had, and of course, we knew that we were going to need to do like a pretty big balance update as well with all of these new effects, right? We didn't really know how they were going to turn out in life, right? But let's just talk about some of the things that we've been seeing from the community. So first thing, let me just talk quickly about the whole deck situation that we've been dealing with. So I hope you know that we know that we had a problem with decks and that it wasn't intentional. I hope that you know that we know that it shouldn't have been like that. So we had the issue with the scrolls, right? They were disappearing. And just to run you through what actually happened, right? We did post an announcement about this, but it wasn't that the scrolls were actually disappearing. It was that they were being consumed in moments when they shouldn't have been consumed, right? So giving the impression that they were disappearing, but they were actually being consumed. So for example, when you're copying over a deck, the scrolls would be consumed. None of this was intentional. This was guys, let's his thing. This was a bug, right? So we did a deep dive this week. We kind of understood the root problem. And that first things first, right? Let's say that this is something that now should be fixed. And we have given out compensation because the inconvenience that we know that it will cause for you. So doing the deep dive. Okay, I'm going to look at what's he saying in a minute. So when we did the deep dive, right, we found that on average, we saw that people were losing about 100 scrolls, not losing, consuming in moments when you shouldn't be consuming, less than 100 scrolls, right? And when we looked at the top, we saw that it was somebody that lost around 400 scrolls, which is like a crazy number of scrolls. So what we did as compensation is that we gave every player that has been active in the last week 5 grimoires in each category. So that's about 450 scrolls, right? So we hope you see that is a very fair solution to what happened. We know that we can't get those back, and again, we apologize for everything that happened there. Shouldn't be like that. It's a bug. other feedback points when we talk about decks and consumption. The second deck will always be free, right? This is how it should be working. Second deck free, and it should be operating under the same guidelines that you have with your first deck in terms of when you're creating a Titan, right? That you can pick any slots, any scrolls, to be in your starter slots, right? Any scrolls that you have in game, you don't need to have them in inventory, so it should not be consuming any scrolls, right? Same blackout potion. We said this on the announcement as well, but with the blackout potion, you should be able to be remaking your Titan as if it were created again, without consumption. A bug shouldn't be like that, right? So we're going through all of these points, we're fixing them, and these particular points should be fixed now, right? We know how things should work. We've kind of said to you how they work. If they're not working like that, then we are working on fixing it. Okay, so just give us some time with that. We're seeing a lot of feedback from all of you. Yeah, the mobile app flickering thing. Yes, hey, we've seen that as well. We've got that in the feedback, and for the next build, that's going to be updated. The app flickering thing, right? It's one of those things that you're like, is this me or is this me or is it someone else? But we have noted that here. So going through the feedback, right? We're going through each and every single point of feedback that we are getting, and it's a lot. And we're having some really, really nice discussions in the chat as well. So please keep those discussions coming. We're validating each one and getting ourselves ready again when it comes to the next build. Like, hey, like really, really good chats. Shizniks, amazing like commentary that you've put in and suggestions as well. Like keep putting it in that feedback channel, or please try and push us in Titan chat as well. We've seen a lot of feedback when it comes to deck UI as well. So in general, right, there's three kind of areas that we're working on in terms of this new build, trying to collect this feedback. We have everything when it comes to UI changes. We have everything when it comes to bug fixes, and then everything that is concerning balance, right? So for the UI changes, the main kind of feedback that we're seeing, of course, there's many small things in terms of UI, but the main big one that we're seeing is in terms of the deck UI, particularly the experience that you're having on mobile. So we're working, for example, to make the functionality a little bit easier with swiping. We've talked about the intuitiveness and like, yeah, it gets easier with time, but it's going to be a little bit difficult for a first-time user. So just also making that general that general kind of mobile experience. Bug fixes, right? I talked about us getting ready for tournaments, making sure that we can sustain the number of people that we need to at a minimum, right? Like it's an all or nothing thing. That's not the number that we need to be striving for. We just need to make sure that all of our tournaments work. But of course, we're also going to be fixing. Yes, we will be fixing that as well. I know that's something that affects you too. Just keep putting things into the channel, Tusha. We have all the in-game effects as well. So things like Shadow Veil is going to be fixed in the next build too. And then of course balance, we've got a ton of feedback, right? We see some things are OP. What is it? What was it yesterday that you said to me? What was that scroll that you said to me, hey, yesterday?
Temporal.
Oh my god. Yeah, I have thoughts on that. You know my thoughts. So we see some things that are OP, we see some things that are not quite working in the way that they're intended. So we've got the serious balance update as well, right? You know, like we're playing the game, play the game all the time to make sure that we try and get good balance too. And then we've heard your feedback when it comes to reducing the price of things as well, right? We're thinking about reducing the price of things when it comes to the neutral grimoires, for example, like moving that to like 50k, reducing price of scrolls, weapons, other items. So we hear you and working on it, right? So in terms of numbers, in terms of dates, right, that we're thinking, we're anticipating to have the new build in terms of these like 3 different areas by the week of the 16th of June, right? So it's going to be happening in stages. So this is the last gate that I'm talking about when I say the 16th of June. So UI balance bug fixes, right? Stay tuned for any of the updates that we do have. Again, it's going to be staged out, but by then we want to have everything in a really strong place on these 3 levels. We do want to also try to start to open up channels so that we can have a better way to communicate around feedback and suggestions for all of you as well. Like sometimes some of the things get lost in the Titan chat. So one of the things that I'm thinking about, for example, is to have a monthly like open session between people who can make it and like with like the full dev team, right? For example, full dev team, product team, QA, so that you can ask literally any questions that you want to ask to like many people, right? Not just like 1 or 2 people. So you can really hear from everyone, get different points of view. So if that's something that you think would be useful, let me know and we'll start to get those sessions up, right? And as we start to think about bigger items in the game as well, we can say it kind of to like a full team again and get their input there as well. And hopefully it will give you a little bit more understanding about some of the timelines, right? And why some things maybe take so long, which is not obvious in the first instance. All right, so running through again, we're going to talk quickly about the motion comic, and then we're going to go into the Creator Clash. All right, do you want to talk about motion comic?
Sure. Yeah, so Titan Army, we have officially closed the chapter on our Totem of Creation saga, otherwise known as our motion comic. So we had episode 7, The Herald of Doom, and we had episode 8, The Twilight of the Totem, released last weekend. And now these are both live on our YouTube channel, which means the full first ever Reign of Titans motion comic series is now complete. So this finale marks the end of our Primordials battle to save Irio, and we've been thrilled to see all of your reactions, theories, and all of your content as well coming out of these in our chat as well. So to close out this series with a bang, we're still giving you 2 final chances to prove your knowledge of the story and earn major rewards through our last set of community challenges. Again, guys, these are super, super easy ways to start stacking some titanium. These will be the last 2 that we'll be doing probably for about a week, and we'll come back and introduce some more challenges once we have some time to think about how we can spice it up for you all. So first up, we have the Herald's Weakness Challenge, which is about episode 7. So in this episode, the Primordials uncover the Herald's most dangerous secret and the key to its demise and for them to defeat this character. But were you paying attention? Your challenge for this week is to identify the Herald's fatal weakness as described by the narrator. So it's easy to participate. All you need to do is obviously watch episode 7, listen closely to when the narrator talks about how the Primordials can defeat the Herald. And then, as always, head on over to our announcement section, submit your answer using the bot, and you will get an instant result of whether you were correct or not. And now that's not all. We also have our episode 8 challenge, the Victory Challenge. So episode 8 closes with a mysterious moment. One Primordial claims to hear something after their climatic win against the Herald, but what was it? Your challenge is to identify the sound that one Primordial says they hear following this defeat. And just like episode 7 challenge, all you need to do is obviously watch episode 8, identify what sound is mentioned, submit your answer using the form, and you will get an instantaneous result from our bot. So for both of these challenges, we have the same rewards. For any correct answer, you will get 100,000 titanium. And for the first 10 correct submissions for both episode 7 as well as episode 8, we'll give you a bonus of 25,000 titanium. So yeah, again, guys, this kind of marks the final set of challenges from the Totem of Creation saga and in this general campaign. But we're really excited with what we've been able to kind of accomplish so far. So we've just passed over 16,000 YouTube subscribers. Thanks to you all. Thanks to some of the ads that we've been running. And we really want to finish strong. So dive in, submit your answers, and make sure to share the full series with your friends and family. And as always, your guys' involvement and your engagement is really what drives us forward and helps us to kind of push these new initiatives that we want to do. So the motion comic does not end here. I know we released the finale last week, but over the coming weeks, as I mentioned, we'll come to you guys with some new challenges, and we'll continue actually marketing this initiative. We believe this is a really, really great way to get some people who are, never heard of the world of Yuri or never heard of Reign of Titans to be aware of the lore and to be aware of this cool storyline and obviously the game that we have at the end of the day. So we really don't envision this stopping soon, but there will be no more episodes released, and we'll follow up via announcements in terms of how you guys can still engage with the motion comic. So yeah, I'll hand it over to Ads to talk about the creator clash we're having in India next week.
All right. Yes, Creator Clash. So finally, it is time. We've talked about this for so long. We've had to postpone it, and now it's here, right? Next week. So we are starting to hype and get the energy ready coming for this Creator Clash. We have got the full lineup of creators. They have been locked in. It's going to be released over our socials over next week, so definitely stay tuned. Although I think we should drop one of the names in here so they know. Let's see if you know if I say the name. So one of the people. No.
Nope.
So Regaltos is one of the people that we have that's locked in. So check them out on socials. But we have got 8. Yeah, we've got 8 creators that we are going to be working with. So it's going to be a big one. On top of this, we have got all the logistics that have been finalized. We've got the custom built Reign of Titans arena. It's nearly ready. It looks so good. So we're going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of it now. Yeah, we got 8. We got 8 coming. We got 8 creators, influencers, gamers. We just dropped one of the names, but over the next week you'll see the full list of 8. But they're all like legit. It's going to be really fun. All right, so we're going to post this video now.
Yeah, sorry, the file size was too much. I have to cut it.
I'm just going to keep talking while Blake's doing that. He's like frantically on his phone. Okay. Yes, ask me a question. Sorry, Killer, you said. Sorry, can you go? What did Killer say? Just stop. I really love just saying Killer. Yeah. We will. We're hoping over the weekend I'll collect the information from the form, and give some options right to you about flights and stuff. Okay, so we just dropped the video. So it's funny because this video looks like it's not a real video. It looks like some kind of render, but it's not. This is the actual arena. It's obviously missing like some of the furniture and like some of the tech in there, right? But all that is going in this week. I have a massive list of people that's coming. Take a look in the channel that you're in, right? And then you'll see the other members of who's coming. So we're going to be having one-on-one battles. We're going to be having exclusive content, creator collabs. It's going to be a really, really exciting event for this one. I wish we could just have everyone there. So it's a shame that, the entire world cannot join in the action with us. But we are going to do as much as we can to bring you all into the experience, right? So, of course, that we're having people there, but we have also decided that we're going to be officially hosting a global watch party for this one as well, led by none other. Is he here? No. Led by none other. We're going to be having our legendary commentator Ross, who's going to be working with us on an official global watch party. So yes, Ross has very kindly agreed to stay up through the night to bring his signature energy to an English language live stream on our Twitch. So he's going to be reacting live to some of the matches that are going to be unfolding, because on the ground we're going to be having things that are going to be in a combination of both English and Hindi, but Ross will be working solely in English. So he'll be on our Twitch, and then on the ground that's going to be on our YouTube. So whether you're in LATAM, North America, Europe, you'll get kind of the play-by-play on it as well. You get the breakdowns, live reactions, and just kind of see what's going on the ground as well. So that's for everybody who cannot make it in person, but for everybody who can make it in person. So you should have been added to a channel now. If you saw the announcement, the Creative Clash channel, I guess it's called. And with that, you've been given a new role for these confirmed attendees. And this channel is where we're going to be sharing all of the details. If you do want to attend, please make sure that you do fill out the Google form. Please fill it out as soon as possible because over the weekend, I do want to make the arrangements, right? But we need to know where generally most people are coming from in terms of city of departure, because we need to book, right, everything. So again, please fill it out as soon as possible. Okay, TST crisps, yeah, chip crisps.
Crisps.
So you know how you asked me that like 5 minutes ago, and then I was like, "Oh, go check out the channel," and then Sugi's in the channel, and then you'll see. Wait, are you talking about participants or are you talking about creators? That's for crisps. Creator. Oh, okay. Okay, then I take away my old comment. Yeah, we got 8. We're not going to drop all of the names. You've got to have like some alpha. We just dropped one. Should we drop another one? Okay, we'll drop another one because you keep asking the same question. All right, Reign of Titans official is going to post another one in the chat. Let's see if Mr. Beast. Yeah. If it were Mr. Beast would be flying all of you over to the arena. Wouldn't have to be worried about any logistics. You'll probably all get a personal jet from your house to the arena. Yeah, that'd be the party bag. Would be a bag of dollars exactly. All right, we're posting Ankita. This is another one of our creators that are coming to this clash. So we got 8 of them, as we said. Blake's trying to post another one. He's got it like up in the chat, like, and he's looking at me like he's got it typed in the thing, and he's just giving me like, should I post it? Should I post it? Did you post it? Or you deleted it?
Deleted it. Gotta keep those post notifications on our Instagram. We'll be releasing the whole creator roster in the coming days.
Right, you gotta do one more. He literally had it up and like it's like right there. I'll leave it up to him. All right. So in general, get the popcorn ready for this one. It's going to be quite a major step in terms of our journey, right? Because it's like the first time that we are doing this kind of event like this in our own space, right? It's like kind of what we're calling, our sort of arena space. We're going to be getting a large group of you together as well, and I'm sure many of you have not met in person. And then we're going to start bringing it out globally as well, right? This is really important because of what we have planned for the year, right? You asked me at the beginning about esports roadmap, right? During this Creator Clash, we're going to be releasing our esports roadmap. Esports roadmap is what is our path to Worlds. Worlds is what we are calling the event that we're going to be having at the end of the year in December. It is going to be a combination of pro teams and amateur teams that are going to be competing for a global prize pool. This I have not said before. So I'm basically just giving you alpha on this, right? Was that you or Jackson?
That was me.
Oh my God, I thought that was Jackson. I thought he oh, that's funny. So this is our kind of path to Worlds that we're talking about, right? So we're trying to get down some of the logistics in terms of actually hosting this kind of esports event, making sure we have commentary, what it looks like from the point of view of like video content around it as well, Twitch, YouTube, etc. So it's really important that we start to get this right. Game creators, Nero. and game influencers. They're gamers. So this is why, again, this is really important as we start to move towards esports. I thought you were all going to be more excited when I talked about Worlds, but that's fine. You do you. I can't really control your reactions. Just saying, that was a pretty big thing that I just talked about. Need more specifics. Okay, so pro teams, amateur teams are going to be created. Amateur teams is kind of you guys, right? And then we have like pro teams that are also going to be competing. Global tournaments. So the community is going to. That's what I want to say, right? So in a sense, right, the community are going to be able to make their own teams. But pro teams, right, we're talking about like teams like Revenant, right? Or we're talking to professional like esports teams, right? But I have no doubt that the amateur teams are going to be beating the pro teams, if you get what I mean, right? You know, Haya, you know. So yeah, that's why this is so important to us to make sure that we get this right as well. When it comes to this, so we'll be releasing that over the weekend as well, right? So stay tuned on the Twitch because you'll then hear about the esports roadmap as a segment within the day. Exactly, they're the amateurs, right? If you know, you know. That's it, Daniel. All right, I think we covered everything. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say about esports.
I love what Relzy says here. So many of my classmates are going to regret not joining this game when I told them to.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. No, it's going to be really cool, right? But you know, we also just want to contain it because we've still got issues, right? We've got things that we really need to work on over the next like couple of weeks. You know, we're so close to fulfilling the things that we want to, but we've got like foundational things still that we got to work on, right? None of this works in actuality without the tournament platform. None of this works unless you can actually hold a tournament successfully, right? So it's like we just got to keep everything in check. Focus for now. We got our dreams, we got our goals, but we need to get there.
I like this pro versus amateur.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, right? We might be able to do something with that, right? Okay, yeah, do it, Shenlong. Only if they're like famous, like no B list. Yeah, we're only like one of the A's. See, oh, I don't know. Might get turned away at the door. I have to see. Skog, this is what I was going to say. You just reminded me about the Netherlands, right? Because a little bit of Alpha 2, well, it's not really Alpha. They kind of know about Comic-Con, right?
Somewhat.
So you know that we got this event happening on the 7th, and then, you know, back in New York for a few days, and then we head out to the Netherlands, right? So Skog is a little bit sad that he's not going to be joining us in India, but we're going to be seeing Skog very soon as we all roll out to the Netherlands as we go to our Dutch Comic-Con, right? So that's also happening very soon. So next week we'll be talking, well, we'll actually still be talking about India next week, but the week after that, we're going to be talking about Comic-Con. So yes, Reign of Titans is going to be in Dutch Comic-Con. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is a huge shout out with BBT and Skog as well. We're going to be catching them there. Is Jackson okay? Yeah, that's just how he sounds. He's snoring. He's part pug, yeah? So he's just snoring on the floor. So he comes into the office every Friday. And he comes in and he runs around like a crazy dog for like the first hour. And then he basically passes out. By the time we get to TitanTalk, he's passed out. And because he's a people dog, so he's all over everyone. He's so excited for like an hour. And then TitanTalk time, he's like, on his side, doing that. He's not happy with the bugs. He was telling me over the weekend telling me last week to sort it out. He's not happy. He's on the side of the community every time. So that's it. Blake, you ready to do the rumble?
Yeah. Do a little vocal warm-ups. We need a bounty on somebody today. RT is not here.
It's so funny. The whole time people think that there's just like weird sounds in the background. It's just Jackson every time. I think.
I love that people think it's coming from their end as well. Ooh,
right,
another.
So we've moved to Titan Games, right? So we can't see anything that's happening in Titan Chat. So any comments, put them into Titan Chat. And any jokes, because I can't see any of the jokes. Because you guys got good chat.
Ooh. Should we put a bounty on Shenlong today?
We should get that noise as an effect for the scroll. We need to have we should have a
Jackson
little
snoring
Jackson,
noise.
have a little Jackson scroll. It'll be like a little nice little head nod to the
Titanic
community.
slumber.
And like they'll know, they'll be kind of a little inside joke for all of us. Be kind of nice. Okay, well, what happened, John?
All right, everyone, head on over to the Titan Games channel, as Ads has mentioned. We're about to play our Super Rumble of the day. RT is sadly not with us, so we have Shenlong taking his place. So he'll get a medium loot box if you kill any of us. So that's Ads, Reign of Titans Official, and Shenlong. If any of us commit suicide, you will get a normal loot box. Everyone will get a normal loot box. And if you win the Super Rumble, you will get a medium loot box.
Chiku, I'm coming for you.
Ooh.
Is it Chiku?
It is Chiku.
Yeah.
Chiku and you have the
Chiku,
beef.
right? Yeah.
You have
it's
a
not
music
Chiku. Who
error.
is it?
Who? What?
Is it Yash? I can't even remember. I think I'm just gonna. I'm sorry, Chiku. Oh, who is it?
It's Chiku, anyways.
Maybe it's Yash.
Pain sticker.
It used to be Shenlong, and then I found someone new. Yash, I'm coming for you. I feel like I don't really remember having a beef with Yash, but I feel like I kind of remember something
Ansh
with Chiku.
Sharma.
It's Anch. That's why. Sorry, Yash. I was like, I don't remember having that.
Just beef with everybody.
It is. No, it's definitely Anch. Yeah. Every time I see the name, I'm like, yeah, that's the one.
Ooh, we have a music version of the Super Rumble. That means it will be even harder for me to say everything, but I will try. Round 1, Tushar killed Julian. Ads just close their eyes, I guess. Nitro, when chasing Waterfall. Sankey killed Tushar. Joel Franklin killed Maverick. We're on to round 2. Ads killed Webbed Hero. Edith killed Queen. Ooh, Golcinero killed Joel Franklin. And Chiku's fine. Heya committed suicide. Oof, sorry, Heya. Rex killed Chiku. Evil Star killed Lucifer. And Sharma woke up hungover. Ooh, that's not good. RDNA committed suicide. And Evil Star killed Sankey. We're on to round 4. Aunt Sharma, was singing Baby Shark for so long it killed Evil Star. Shazeenix committed suicide. Shenlong killed Rex. Cyber died. And Ads killed Abhishek. This is on a roll here. Golcinero got their freak on, whatever that means. Shenlong had a red door painted it black, and Golcinero killed Shenlong for that black door. Oof. It's a medium loot box going there to Nero. Nero then killed Bullet. ETH is fine, and Relzy was up all night to get lucky. This music one's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, round 7 is coming. Edith committed suicide. Ads has a microphone. That's kind of scary. Rels then has a guitar. Oh, what's gonna happen with Ads and the microphone? What's gonna happen? Oh, revival. Stanky is back. Evil Star is back. Queen is back. And Rex is back in the game. Ooh, a lot of cats. Round 9, Rousey killed Queen. And Aloe committed suicide. Our Holders Frenzy champion. Oof. What's up? What's up? What's up? Round 10. It's coming. 7 players left. Sankey has some drones. And Sharma got iced. And Sankey stopped believing. Oh, that's a new revive GIF. Look at that one. We got penguins now. Round 11, Relzy killed Rex. Then Relzy committed suicide. Golcinero now has a drum. Ooh.
Am I
It's a
still in
long
this?
Super Rumble.
I'm still in this, right? Did I win? Wait. Oh my goodness. I was like trying to read it at the same time.
That was as natural of a reaction as you're ever gonna get.
Okay, I'm sorry. I need to just like post this everywhere. Give me 1 second. You do your thing. Just give me 1 minute.
Yep, ads is not gonna. I agree, Chiku. Ads gonna be talking about this for the next 3 weeks.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Because I've won it twice now. Just saying.
I think you've won it ever.
I've won it twice in like the last like month or so.
Yeah. I feel like you've won it a few times, but definitely more recent.
Just gonna post this.
All right, we'll do one more because ads is busy doing something. Ooh, a flower era. That's new. Did anyone even kill me in the last Rumble? Where was I? Ooh. All right, everyone. We're doing our final Super Rumble of the day. Head on over to Titan Games. Still a few of you in the audience who have yet to react, so make sure to do so. Ads out here flexing her win in Titan chat.
I'm just saying, winning at Rumble, winning at PvP.
Stabby. So, ads, do you think if you were to enter one of the tournaments, you would be able to win? Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after beating.
I reckon. Yeah, I mean, like I said, no big deal. Like the champion, I think I beat him like the next day. Again, you know.
Was it like a close game or?
No. But again, you know, don't want to just like keep going on about it.
Hello, where are you? Gonna stand up for yourself here at all?
No, I think the community is actually really good. I actually lose a lot, but I think that I could make it. I think I'd get into like the. I think I can make it on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the block finals at least.
I reckon I could get on the stream.
And then the stream, it would make you a little nervous, and you would lose from there. Or?
I think that. Yeah, I think 100%. I'd be so nervous. I don't know how the community do it. I think about that all the time. Because I even get like paranoid, and people know that they're playing against me. Like even like I feel like, oh my god, they can see me. They're looking at me. And then I'm like, yeah. And it makes me nervous when I play the community.
Oh, thanks, Jigu. Batak will take Shenlong's place today, so the new bounty is on Batak.
But honestly, the community is amazing. Like you are all such good players, and it's so much fun playing against you.
Ads now has a sunflower for her nice
I'm going
comments.
for a double whammy.
Joel Franklin committed suicide. Edith killed Maverick. Nero killed Chiku, and Shazinix killed me. Oh, I'm back. Sankey's fine. Lucifer killed Guyfield. Golcinero committed suicide as well as Bullet. Everybody in the office is staring at us because we're talking very loud. Oh, and I died again. Oh, Relzy killed me. Rex committed suicide. Tushar killed Relzy. Julian did not have any nutrients, I guess. And then Webbed Hero also has a sunflower. Webbed Hero used that sunflower to kill Ant Sharma. Ads his nemesis. Heya committed suicide. Lucifer now also has a windflower. And Aloe suffered vascular collapse and crumbled like a dry leaf. Oh my gosh, we are already in round 5.
Where was Anch? Where Anch wasn't
Lucifer
in
committed suicide. Shenlong committed suicide. Mish committed suicide. And Edith is done. Oh,
hang on.
Whoa, the flower.
Hang on. Anch is like here, and then I've just been killed.
Ads killed you. Ads, you got killed. I'm sorry. Ooh, Shazinix committed suicide. Nitro killed Webbed Hero, and Cyberjod now has lilies. Only 6 players left. Ads is trying to throw me off with the cats. Round 8. Nitro committed Abhishek. Killed Abhishek. Nitro then killed Wysani and Queen. Reached the end of their life cycle. Oh, 3 players? 3 players left? Oh, what even happened? Cyberjawed committed suicide, and Nitro is on a killing spree. Killed Tushar and wins the Super Rumble. GG's.
GG's. I know how you feel, Nitro, right now. I felt like that a couple of minutes ago. Being the winner.
Kind of like this, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Bloody bruised, but the champion.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining our Titan Talk today. Nice questions as per usual. Hope you see why we're doing what we're doing. We have no tournament this week. Next weekend, we're going to be doing the affiliate tournament. We're going to be setting out details next week. Again, thank you to our hosts for agreeing to do that with us. And for everybody, we'll see you in the arena. We cannot wait, whether you are going to be there in person or whether you are going to be tuning in via the mechanics that we talked about in this Titan Talk. We cannot wait. But thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Keep playing the game, and I'll see you on PvP.
Woo! Thanks, everyone. Bye.